Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Kevin Miller, and today I'll be speaking with Erica Smith, who is a nurse with the St. Clair County Health Department. Erica, we were talking off the air that this is one of the largest, beautiful props that we've ever had on the program, but explain to me what we're looking at here, and the topic today is going to be lead.
Yes, sir, and thank you so much. We decided that we wanted something visual for everyone to be able to see. This is a simulation of what lead could look like in a home, or different places that lead could be hiding in a home.
We were talking about dates, so there's a significant date where lead was used in a lot of places in homes, and I think you told me 1978.
Yes.
So tell me, before that, all the sources of lead, and maybe you can show some spots where lead would show up in our homes.
Okay, yes, lead definitely was commonly used in the paints that were used in the homes. And if you kind of look on this porch, if this was an older home, I would not let my kids play on this porch because lead kind of gets everywhere, and it's a dust also, that you can't really see because of the impact. As people step on the stairs, it creates a little bit of a wearing away of the paint, and it gets trapped into the home.
Yes, so the lead then comes to the surface, if you will, and then attaches to the shoes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, we have some easy fixes for that. We can use doormats. We can take our shoes off at the door to help prevent it from coming in.
Now, this would be an older home that we would have had a painted porch that would have had lead in the paint. So we're making that assumption, and this is a home built before 1978.
Yes.
Therefore, we were going to find lead in the home. So now let's walk in the front door and talk about some of the places that we're going to see lead in the home.
All right. So before we walk in the door, we have pets that go outside. Dogs, cats, they can bring in the lead as well. So, that's something to consider. And then you have to also consider that homes would have the paint all on the siding and all in the, the soffits and the roofing. And so you have to be worried about the drip line. All of the wind and the rain over the years just causes all of that lead to come straight down. And a lot of times you'll see people put their gardens right here. And we want to make sure we're putting our gardens far enough away from the house so that we're getting away from that dangerous drip line.
Would that include, like a lot of houses have those window boxes so that would catch some of the older lead? Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, and then here we have the other side of the house here where we're kind of showing a depiction of, and this is not real lead, but we're just kind of showing a depiction of where lead could be tracked into a home. And as you see, it's all in the floors, and especially if you have like wood floors, it kind of gets stuck in the cracks, and it's really hard to kind of get out of the home. And people had, lead painted stairs, and as it wears away a little bit, just wears away bit by bit, and especially if you have worn stairs, one way to protect against that is just to put like a tread on there. You can put like the rubber treads, and that way you're not wearing away at that paint.
Or get it back to its natural wood state, to where the lead is not there.
I'm glad that you said that, because we don't want to do a lot of sanding or scraping, because now we're getting more lead out into the area, and so we just basically want to cover that.
Cover it up.
Yes, sir. Okay. And then also, if you look up here, we see that it's been tracked into the home, and you see a little wet mop. You want to think disposable when you're dealing with lead. You want to kind of use a wet Swiffer and kind of Swiffer it up, and that decreases the amount of lead dust that's exposed on the floors. And here we have the baby's room, and children under the age of 6 are at most risk for lead poisoning, because they're at the developmental stage. They are, learning how to walk and crawl and talk, and so they're really, at risk for that, lead poisoning, because it's a neurotoxin. And so where do babies crawl and walk and play?
Oh my goodness, yes.
On the ground, where all of that lead is. And so lead testing is really the only way to know if a child has been exposed to lead. And it's just a simple finger poke done at the doctor's office, and we want that level to be below 3.5.
Wow, I'm a little bit shocked here, because I'm seeing, the visible signs of lead coming from the outside and being tracked into the house. So let's assume that we've got lead in the house. Is there an abatement process, a cleaning process? How does a household rid itself of the lead that we're talking about here?
That's a very good question. There are programs through the state. So if a child in St. Clair County tested elevated for lead, the next step would be to get a venous draw. So that's a blood draw. That's more accurate. And if that is above 3.5, then there would be a nurse. We have a case manager who sees all of the elevated lead levels for the county, and she would give the family a call and she would offer services. She could come in the home and she would give like easy pointers, like what I said, remove your shoes, and she does just different look around in the house and see where lead could possibly be coming from. And she also does an assessment on the child called Ages and Stages, just to see where they are developmentally. And then she also refers them to a program called the Lead Safe Home Program.
Very good.
Yes.
One final question on this topic. If we paint over it with modern day paint, does that help to cover up the lead that was on the walls?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right, so then that alleviates the concern of the lead from underneath chipping off, both on the outside and the inside of the house.
Yes, you want to kind of encapsulate it, if you will, so that way it's not, chipping and wearing away.
Anything else you'd like to tell us about lead before we wrap up the program?
Sure. There's some other ways that, you can protect against lead. We find that, if you're well fed, you absorb less lead. So eating foods rich in calcium, iron, vitamin C, that kind of helps protect. Also washing your hands, before cooking meals, especially children, because they're on the ground and they're touching everything. And if you have anybody doing anything in your home, you want to make sure that they're lead certified. Anytime they're going to be disturbing that paint, whether it's a plumber, a painter, window replacements, anyone, you want to just make sure that they're lead certified.
Well, this has been literally enlightening for me today, Erica. I appreciate the information. And basically, they could, if they have questions and they're watching this program, call the health department.
Absolutely.
Very good. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you for joining us today on Spotlight.